Can you imagine?
Alright, hello, and we are back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.
And for me, it caused trouble.
No. Alright. Let's see.
Oh, you have so many characters for.
Yeah, that's the downside of having a game that has a very vast character creation system. You want to make all kinds of different characters.
That's what you want to do, run together. See what I come up with.
I do the same with my bro. So ironically enough, you both want to do a run with chaotic evil characters.
Why is that ironic? We like playing chaotic evil.
Okay, I guess ironic isn't the right word. Sad. Very sad.
What? I'm good in everything in life. I want to just be evil in games.
Godspeed.
A likely story.
Do you know how tiring it is being nice and good all the time?
No,
Together we stand.
I enjoy it.
You enjoy being nice all the time?
As nice as I can be.
I'm even nice to people who are mean to me. Very funny.
Well, I don't bother with that.
But I don't like hurting people's feelings.
Watch out for those huge teeth. Don't let them catch you.
Ooh, that's so cool. I want it as a pet.
Aim for a throat and belly. Fewer scales there.
5 hits?
4.
One.
Don't be
two,
afraid, everyone.
three.
We fought that one's bigger than this.
See? 5.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
See, I was right.
Oh,
Huh?
no. Alright, we got.
Okay.
Okay. That'll teach you to mess with us. A man with green eyes and broad shoulders of a swimmer and the calloused hands of a fisherman shakes his fist at the beast's motionless carcass. Something's got him all worked up. That's the second time they've crawled out this month. So let 'em come. A woman, her eyes the same shade of green as the fisherman, smiles at you. It's not the first time and it won't be the last. But what's it matter? They can't hurt us. And we can use their hides to make a lot of waterproof coats and cloaks. Markil, Melessa, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Mendel, the commander of the crusade. He's the one I told you about. Ah, a real hero in our little backwater. So nice of you to drop by. We've never had anyone so important to come to visit. Heroic acts are important, but sometimes it's good to leave the front lines and talk to ordinary people living ordinary lives. Anyway, welcome to Chili Creek. Alright, let's see. Hydras are usually far more dangerous. That beast was not at its full strength. I can tell you have an eye for such things. Well, of course he does. He's the commander of the crusade. He probably could have told you all that with his eyes shut. Melissa smiles at you. It's all thanks to our mother, Icy Rill. She takes care of her children and won't let anyone hurt them. She fills our nets with fish and drives away the monsters. You're late. Yes, Atrocious, I am late. I went to see the doctor after work today. And the doctor's trip took a little longer than expected. But, things actually worked out. Apparently, I should be all fine and healthy in about 2 weeks. Or 3.
They said based on what it looks like?
Yeah, well, that and the skin graft. The wound is now sealed. I don't need to worry about getting it changed every day for the week. just have to go back in next week. They'll see the progress, but
So every other day now?
no. I just go back in a week.
So you don't need to change them?
Nope.
Oh, cool. Hey, I have a question. Can I use a glass ball?
Yeah, go nuts. Just don't drop it.
Cool.
Alright, let's just continue on with talking into this one.
Hey, glass
That's
ball?
right.
Wait.
Hmm?
Is glass ball microwave?
Yes. But then you're gonna really want to wait before you take it out of there.
Okay.
Alright, that's right. And if she doesn't drive the beast away, she'll weaken them. So we can kill them and harvest their hides. Icy Rill, who's that? She's right here. Markill nods toward the river. Did you think this was the Selen? No, it'd take you half a day rowing before you reach that river. It's big, to be sure, and very important. The Selen flows through at least a dozen countries. But where would the great Selen be if it wasn't fed by thousands of little streams and creeks, such as our dear Icy Rill? I'm slowly dying in my brain. The lack of nicotine and playing of Overwatch 2 got the best of me in 14 hours. Wait, what are you playing Overwatch on anyway? All right.
Do you need me to wash your cup?
Nope.
Or... It's good? It's good?
Yep. All right. Trina, the people of Chili Creek hold the river in great reverence. The priest's observation is matter of fact, but you notice his voice sounds a bit strained. Brother's PS4. Well, you could always try being a streamer. Become the famous Overwatch 2 player that actually plays the game as opposed to critiquing it. You might want to shut your mic off when you do that, though. I hear it's very impossible to play that game without being mad at it. Alright. How can we not? Our whole lives are built around the river. From the wedding reef we send down its stream, to the funeral boat that floats away on the waters when the time comes. Our mother Icy Rill feeds us, gives us water, protects us. With a kind smile, Markill casts a sidelong glance at the frowning priest. The gods are far away, but our Icy Rill is right here, so we treat her with respect. The two of you look very much alike. I assume you're related? Right you are. Markill ruffles Melesa's hair. She laughs and tweaks her nose. She's my little sister, takes after our granny. May her memory never fade. She was always restless, couldn't sit still, and Melessa is just the same. She's always up to something. And you took after our grandpa. May the river silt be his featherbed. You're as brave as he was, and just as stubborn. You two looked very confident when you were giving orders to the other villagers during the fight. Are you in charge here? Well, how should I put this? Our village is too small for anyone to be in charge. We just happen to know a thing or two about using a weapon. So if some nasty creature comes crawling out of the river, we give the orders. But when it comes to fishing, our fishing nets or fixing nets, we'll be the ones following orders. We're not an army, and there are no officers here. We all live together, solve our problems together, and serve the icy real together. Yeah. Alright. Although, truth be told, it's only been in the last few years that people have really started listening to us. Before that, villagers kept to themselves, and no one wanted to go poking their nose into anyone else's business. When we first came up with the idea to start trading on the river, the other villagers stubbornly dug in their heels. But after money and goods began to flow into the village, they changed their minds. Dude, I can barely play Overwatch. I can't aim to save my life. Oh, if you can't aim, use, what's his name? Reinhardt, I think his name is, yeah. Reinhardt, then you don't have to worry about aiming. You just run in and you swing a hammer. If you can't play Reinhardt, pick someone else who doesn't really have to aim. Like Winston, that's it. Who else doesn't really have to aim? I think her name, yeah, Symmetra, I think. Yeah, you don't really have to aim very well to use her. That's kind of it, though. If you still want... Oh, yeah, as far as aiming goes, that's kind of it. You're pretty much screwed if you try to use somebody else. And aiming is like the end-all be-all of why you're losing.
Do you want to buy an ice cream? I only have like a bite left.
No thanks. Alright. Yes, the village has been growing. We're getting to see all sorts of things we had only ever heard about before. The year before last we had a fair, and people came all the way from Canabras to attend. Then a priest came, and we'd never seen one of those before in these parts. And now, who'd have thought, the commander of the crusade has decided to pay us a visit. And not just a commander, but a child of heaven's blood. Around these parts, we only hear about folk born with the blessing of the upper plains and fairy tales. Even if elsewhere in Mendev, there are lots of you, as people say. I can't afford to play Reinhardt, he's a melee tank. Can't afford to play melee. I can barely afford medium range if it wasn't for Lucio.
Afford? As in have to pay or not play well?
No, it's free to play him, sort of. See, I don't know the whole business model of it. When Overwatch first came out, you had to pay to play the game. Then apparently, but you know, if his brother already has the game, then there's no need to pay for it. And Overwatch 2 was basically just an expansion pack. So anyone who already paid for Overwatch 1 just gets to play Overwatch 2. Let's see. You don't want to play a melee tank, so that takes out Winston and Reinhardt. Who's left? You could play Pharah, her rockets, if you're up for medium range characters. Let's see, Pharah and I think Junkrat's okay. Like if aiming's the issue, use melee, and if melee's an issue, use explosives. Let's see. I'm not sure what, like, there's really not much in the way of a long range characters to use anything else. You could try using Hanzo's one little scatter shot arrow, but that's just one ability. Alright, let's see, what else we got? Alright, what are those grass dolls that hang from the trees in the grove? A shadow passes over Mark Hill's face and he looks away. There's nothing much to tell, really. An old local custom. It's just a ritual. Melissa adds in a low voice. No one seems willing to share any further details with you. How's life in the village now that you've got a priest? Not much has changed. Markil shrugs and smiles amiably. He's a good lad. He does some healing, never bothers us with sermons. Why, he's even learning to fish in his spare time. He also knows a lot of songs, and when he sings, it makes you want to sit and listen. Melissa smiles archly at the priest, and he blushes. If I play anything other than support, I actually have to be good. Support allows me to suck. Oh shit, if you're okay with just being support, then just play Mercy. I wouldn't recommend playing Ana. You actually have to be able to aim for her to be useful. And that's it. Any other support, I think you need to know something about what you're doing. The Whirlwind is not that far away. Have you ever been attacked by demons? No. We've never seen any. Our mother, Icy Rill, keeps us safe. She would never let such abominations get near us. That's evil attack. I don't like either of you. Die! No. I have to go. Back to the front. Melissa shakes her head sadly. I can't even imagine the nightmarish creatures you have to fight there. Have a safe journey and a swift victory. But then I can't defend myself, and I have noticed I cannot count on my assigned tank to be helpful. Yeah, generally speaking, you gotta help yourself. That's one of the main reasons they made it so easy to be particularly useful when using a support. Like a support can just take care of a lot of issues themselves.
This was simple enough.
Cool. What do I got? Oppressor's gloves. Did the game crash? The game... I think the game crashed. Holy shit. Testing. Can you still hear me? Alright, it looks like the stream is still running. Alright, this is weird. Huh. Thanks for a nice picture, though. Yeah, the stream is doing fine. Alright. My stream's doing fine, the game has crashed. We'll close the game out and try this again. Put the intermission sign up. At least it's more entertaining to look at. That sucks. Alright. Let's try this again. The chat overlay isn't working anymore either, or I missed it. Uh-oh. Hold on. Testing. Ah, crap, you're right. Alright. I'll be right back. I gotta upload.